Because, listen, all the shit that's going on right now in the world, in America, we get so soft and we think none of that shit's going to happen here. All that murder, war, drones, assassinations, that's not going to happen here unless you know the Clintons.
Yes.
Unless you know some shit.
Yes.
Unless you know some shit about old Bill. And then you wind up shooting yourself in the chest while hanging from an extension cord.
Wait, did that happen?
Oh, yeah? You don't know that guy?
Shot himself in the chest. Joe, that seems really hard to do.
With a shotgun.
How do you do such a thing?
While you're hanging. This is a guy that brought Epstein to the White House at least 7 times.
What's his name?
We'll find out. So they found him at a ranch 30 minutes from his house, hanging by an electrical cord from a tree with a shotgun wound to the chest. Shotgun discovered near the body of former Clinton aide Mark Middleton, and then they called it a suicide.
Wow.
12-gauge shotgun was 30 feet from the body of Mark Middleton. Was he found dead?
Okay, so who orchestrates this? Is this the same thing where does Clinton go, hey, this guy needs to go, or do the powers that be around a powerful person go, we already know what needs to happen?
Well, I think they know if a dude is in contact with someone or has been talking or is about to talk.
Meaning cooperating with the feds or something.
I don't think any of those guys have clean phones. I don't think any of those guys don't have their houses bugged. I don't think any of those guys aren't tracked.
Look how excited that guy is in the back.
Yeah.
Who the fuck
If you're
is
a guy that brought Jeffrey Epstein to the fucking White House to see Bill Clinton 7 times, and all this Epstein shit is going down, and Ghislaine's in jail, and you have information, there's people on both sides, right? There's the people on the right that are trying to nail the people that are on the left with this. There's people that are journalists that are trying to nail the people that were involved in this.
This is it, yeah.
And they've managed to keep that fucking list from coming out, which shows you how powerful certain people are. That should show you a lot. That should be terrifying. The fact that Ghislaine Maxwell's in prison. She's in prison for sex trafficking, yet no one's been accused of buying any of that pussy. No one's been accused of having sex with these underage girls that she is in jail for supplying.
Yeah, that is crazy.
That's crazy.
If you own a store and there's no items left yet, nobody's purchased anything, something's going on.
Something's going on.
Yeah. So I guess what I'm trying to figure out is like,
people can go away.
I mean, that's what people were saying, and maybe everybody's a conspiracy theorist now, but that's what people are saying about the Diddy situation. Like when the feds rolled up, with the fucking Hummers and shit, they were like, it wasn't about Diddy, it was about if there were tapes of powerful people there.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
They were the ones that called. They're like, I need to protect myself, so go in there with all the things and rip any tapes or any evidence.
Well, Prince Harry was hanging with Diddy.
I mean, everybody hung with Diddy. That's the other tricky thing. Like, Diddy hung out with everybody. And I've spoken to a bunch of people who are like, yo, great dude, like, always there for you, never asked for a single thing.
Till 1 a.m.
And then the freak off.
Everybody says, get out of the house.
Yeah.
It's like the gremlins start eating after midnight. Everybody who tells the stories like, I saw I go upstairs and these dudes are fucking like right on the couch.
Yeah.
And then I go in this room and these guys are fucking, and it's like,
and pros. Like, apparently he was getting male gigolos to fuck girls.
Fuck girls.
Yeah, that was one of the rumors, like the
Male
freak off. So he would
gigolos.
hire the professional dicks to have sex with the girls, and I think he would watch allegedly. That's what was alleged, I think. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. And that's the other thing, like, I wonder, like, is that just a power thing?
It's a Caligula thing.
What does that mean?
Caligula, like the emperor. Did you ever see that movie, Caligula?
No.
It's about just Roman empires being completely out of control. Caligula is like almost like porn, and it was a movie made, I want to say in the 70s. It's a crazy movie. But it's just detailing extreme excess where you can never fill the hole.
But what is the hole you need to fill? Like, I'm trying to find, like, what's the
just
catalyst?
Chaos. What year was this? 79. Yeah. That's Malcolm McDowell, right?
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah. Yeah, the dude from Clockwork Orange.
Oh, yeah.
It's a crazy movie, man.
But
and it's still mild in comparison to what Absolute have. Absolute power corrupts. Caligula.
Okay, so then there's the question. It's like, can you take a completely normal person, give them power, and then they become that? Or does it take a power-hungry person that has this void that they need to be filled, that needs to be filled, and then when they are given that power, you see the worst version of them?
Ask your CIA boy. I bet he's got the answers. I bet he knows the exact formula.
To corrupting somebody
Yeah.
or to...
What happens?
Like,
What happens to these people?
Have you ever met somebody in our business that, like, before they were popping, they were kind of a dick, and then once they became very successful, they were the biggest dick, and you're like, you were always going to be this way. You just didn't have the power to.
I don't know too
project
many
it on
people in
people.
our business that are really successful, like your level or my level,
Yeah.
that are dicks.
Yeah. Well, let me think about that. Yeah. There are people maybe that feel they should be at a higher level and are
They
not.
feel that they can kind of boss people around
Yeah.
or throw their weight around to their assistant or their agents.
Yeah.
Or maybe they yell when they shouldn't yell or don't have to yell or are demeaning to certain people.
That bothers me though.
Oh, I hate it.
It really, yeah.
I don't like it at all.
Especially when you're demeaning to the people that can't really do anything. They could quit,
Yeah.
of course, but like this is their opportunity.
Right. And then they feel terrible and for no reason when the same exact situation could be handled with a hug.
Yeah.
You can tell them you appreciate them, you hold their hand, you shake their hand, you give them a hug.
Yeah.
And then everybody feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should be what the goal is. Like, you're the guy who is in this very unique, unusual situation, and you have the ability to make everybody feel better.
Yeah.
Until you don't. Until there's some people that you just got to get rid of. There's some people that just feel entitled and they don't feel it. There's certain things that do happen around certain successful people. You'll see they have a few people that have resentment that are around them that realize, like, oh, I'm a support person and I only have so much room that I can climb.
Right.
I can never be Andrew Schulz. I'm always going to be this guy who works with Andrew Schulz like, I've had a few buddies that have opening acts that wind up getting very entitled and they have real problems with them. Where the opening acts get resentful and there becomes issues.
And then what do
Even
they
good
do?
guys,
They clip them.
they get rid of them.
You have to.
Yeah, you got to get rid of
Because
them.
you can't be around someone who resents your success.
I just had a friend who just led me through all the shit that his opening act was doing, but I've known several guys that have had that. And once things start popping, those guys feel like, hey, I'm a big deal.
Yeah.
And they're like, you're just like, you could be replaced with another guy who does 15 minutes. Like, this is crazy. You have an amazing opportunity.
Yeah.
You get a chance to perform in front of these thousands of people that you would
Yeah.
never be able to perform in front
Yeah.
of, and you light it up.
Yeah.
You can move up the ladder, and then one day that could be you, and they could be coming to see you. And we've
Yeah.
all seen that.
And you never want to have to manage somebody like that. You want to have people around you that are excited by the opportunity.
Yes.
And everybody's like part of the team and we're doing this fucking unbelievable
Yes.
thing. And yeah, I guess I feel lucky I have those guys.
Yeah, you've cultured a good group of humans, and then they have gratitude, and we all have gratitude. Everybody
Yeah.
has gratitude.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the key. But some people, they're nuts. Some people are just crazy, which is why they're in show business in the first place.
Yeah.
And they have a distorted perception of reality, and they're not good at being objective. They're not good at seeing the big picture. Those fucking people can be a real problem if they're in your circle.
And if they're smart. The problem is like when you take one of those people who's intelligent, they can like rationalize and justify all the behaviors. That's the trickiest thing. Like, how do you have you been in that situation where like you're trying to talk them out of a behavior that they have, and you're just like, this might not be the most rational way to operate? It's not really. It's like at a certain point in time, you have to. Yeah, I guess you got to kind of let them.
Yeah, I
Let
don't
them
know
do their thing.
what you can do to cure them of it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can like tell them, hey, this is what you're doing. They're like, fuck, what am I doing? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get my shit together.
Do we have confirmation?
Yes.
And we're good to go, or what?
Yeah. Hold on.
Okay. Light it up, Joe.
Yeah. We're going back and forth right now.
Is he
Yeah, I think there's just
comfy or not comfy?
yeah,
with it?
green light.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Okay. All right.
I think there's a lot of
Speaking of psychos. Yeah.
There's a lot of psychos in the world.
Yeah.
And I think that this is the thing. It's like there's a certain amount of people that really don't care about other people. They
So-
they exist with, I mean, what is the term is, I guess the term is sociopath, right?
Well, I think sociopath just means like you don't feel like the guilt that a normal person would feel when you make somebody feel uncomfortable. Or
Right.
they could potentially be in that uncomfortable situation. That reaction is just not elicited in you. And therefore, you can maybe ask them to do things that would put them in a really uncomfortable situation. Or like, for example, you have a podcast, right? You ask somebody to come on. There might be a really embarrassing, tough question that you might want to ask them, and maybe that's why you brought them on. Or they're a really close friend of yours, and you're just like, I don't know if I want to put them in this situation in front of all these people.
Dude, I do that all the time.
You don't ask.
I don't ask.
Exactly,
all the
because
time.
you have empathy. You care about
Not
how
just
they're
that,
perceived.
like I don't need to talk to someone about something controversial. If they want to talk about it, like if it's something they want to get off their chest or they want to discuss because there's some misconceptions out there, I'm happy to give you that platform. But
Yeah.
like play got you with you.
It's
I am not that guy at all.
Yeah.
I don't want to have anything to do with that shit.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I
Yeah.
don't think it's
it
necessary.
feels gross.
Also, if you're talking about a human being in one very specific issue,
Yeah.
don't they have a lot of things going on in their life? I'm interested in the full human.
Dude.
I'm not interested in just digging the dirt on one bad situation that you may or may not be involved in.
You said some shit to me when I had my kid. You said you know what's really funny is that like when I'm talking to somebody or somebody's being incredibly annoying or they're frustrating, they're being a pain in the ass, they're being a dick, I just imagine them as a 6-week-old baby.
Yeah.
And it's like every one of them started out that way, this innocent, pure,
Yep.
amazing little thing. And life might have turned them into this.
Life, shitty parents,
Yeah.
bad neighborhood, and then sometimes it's just genes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get wacky genes, man.
Yeah.
You know? Sometimes people are mentally ill right from the jump.
Yeah.
And I don't think people like to admit that, but that's a fact.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. How much can you do with that?
Not much.